Time for some word work. This is for the third packet, the first week of it, also known as week 5, because you guys are getting so good at this. So, word work, I'm going to start off with introducing our high frequency words this week. High frequency words are really great to learn because they come up a lot when you're reading, and you also often want to be able to spell them in your writing. And some of them are tricky because they don't really follow spelling rules, so they're good to just learn on their own and memorize. Our first word is could, like I could go outside this afternoon. Could is a good one because it's kind of like would and should. So if you learn how to spell this last part of could, would, and should, you've got them all mastered. The next word is brought. Now this is a great example of a word where b, t. You really only hear 4 sounds, but look at all those letters. It has a bunch of silent letters in it. This is another reason why sometimes it's helpful. Just focusing on your visual memory might not be enough, but saying this word out loud as you spell it, maybe tapping it out, doing some of the arm tapping will give your brain lots of different ways to remember all those letters in the middle. Brought can be a word like, I brought a ball to the park. Busy. You guys are super busy right now getting all your work done. Else, like, could I have something else? Maybe if someone offered me egg salad and I didn't want it. Happy, great word to be able to spell. Aisle. I want to focus a little bit on this one because this has that apostrophe in it. So apostrophes can be used to show that something belongs to someone or to show that you cut some letters out. So in this case, aisle is short for, I will. And so instead of writing I will, you take out the W-I, you show that you did that and made it into one word. So now it's I apostrophe L-L. Laugh, good word to be able to spell. Another one with tons of silent letters. L-A-U-G-H. G-H, remember, can make the f sound like in the word graph. Love, lovely. Maybe, maybe is a compound word. If you can spell make and be, you can spell maybe. Maybe we will learn some phonics next. We will learn some phonics next. Please, wonderful word to hear. I'm going to say it again. Please. And several. Several is a word that you use for a number of things. A couple is 2. A few might be 3 or 4. You can think of several as something like 5, 6, 10. Not a ton. That would be way more. But several is maybe like a big handful of something is several. There are several of you who had birthdays in September. It wasn't just a few, it was a lot of you, but it's not everybody. Okay, are we ready for some phonics? So this week we're working on the ooh sound. Ooh, how cool. Exactly. So ooh can be spelled many ways actually. Also, I want you to notice that I made a mistake actually on 2 of these words. So if you want to keep your eyes busy, look for what I did. But I know we all make mistakes and that I can trust you to be able to still understand what I was writing, so I kept going. So ooh can be spelled 4 different ways that we're going to practice this week. First is the double O. O-O, like in the word spoon. Careful, 2 O's actually can also make the sound. So you might be like, well, what about like in the word look or book? Yep, tricky. It can make more than one sound. In this case, this week we're practicing the ooh sound. So sp, ooh, Another way to make the ooh sound is EW, like in the word new. This is the word new, like I have a new sweatshirt, not new like in your head. There's also UE, like in the word clue. I'll give you a clue. It makes the ooh sound. So UE can make the ooh sound as well. The final one, that's a pattern you have this week, is UI, like in the word fruit. Ooh, t. Something to keep in mind with your words this week is that there's a pattern to where those sounds can go. So the spelling of a sound, there's lots of different options, but there's some that you don't tend to see at the end of a word. Do you notice anything? Here's something I notice. There aren't many words out there that end with OO, right? Like the word do isn't D-O-O. It would just look kind of funny. But there are words, many words, that end with EW. EW, EW. What about UE? UE. those tend to go towards the end of words. So if you have a word with the oo sound at the end, good guess that it's going to be EW or UE. If you have a word with the oo sound in the middle, suit, I'm wearing a suit. Fruit, eat a piece of fruit. Gloom, like, oh, it's dark and cloudy and sad outside. It's so gloomy. Oh, in the middle, this is one I made a mistake on. I reversed the colors. Or boot, I'm going to put on a boot to keep my feet dry. The O is in the middle. So there's a bit of a pattern to where you'll find these spelling rules. The last words that I want to introduce you to, just to make sure you know what they mean, we also have the word through. This spelling of through means like you threw a ball. It's not like walking through something. So THREW, through. And that's a great idea sometimes. If you want to spell it out, say it, and then maybe do a motion, if that helps you remember things, go for it. I just did it naturally. And another word to focus on, blue. This is blue like I blew bubbles rather than blue like the color. These are called homophones. They look the same. They're not called homophones. They are called homophones. They sound the same. I'm sorry. They sound the same, but they mean different things and they're spelled differently. And new with a K right here. New with a K is the one where you did know it in your head. So there's a few multiple meaning words in here. All right, you guys, are you ready to get some practice done? Remember that you can do the pages in the packet. If you want to practice words in another way that's better for you, please go for it. You can do the sound spelling. So you could say new, N-E-W, new. If that's good for you, that's awesome. If you want to write in something, whether it's sand or salt, or a few of you last week tried just like a thin smear of shaving cream, and then you'd write in it and smear it out again. Looked really fun. I bet it smelled really good. Make sure with any of those activities that you ask a parent to know that what you have some extra of, because it's really not an awesome time to go for extra trips to the grocery store this week. But practice things in as many ways as you can. Enjoy, and I hope you feel like you're a better speller at the end of the week.